Hi, welcome back to YouTube, Sue Miller 1947. And someone asked me the other day if I could only plant one thing. If I only had one seed, what would it be? And after thinking about it, I think what I would plant is pumpkins or squash. And I'll show you why. I just cooked these in the oven, and this is one squash. About an hour. I guess you call it a Cinderella squash. And it's look at this. Look at how much meat it has on each side. So it's a flat squash. It's now March, so they last forever. And I just tasted the meat, and the meat is good. It's not the best. I mean, I've tasted better. But with a little salt and pepper, it'll work. So look at how much pumpkin. So what I do now is, because it's kind of fibrous, I will mash it, or I'll put it in the food processor, depending. I might put this in the food processor. I don't know which one, but yeah, I better put it in a food processor because I'm making a mess. So that's a lot of food. And then after I do that, after I process it, because it's kind of stringy, after I process it, I'll put it in freezer bags, 1 to 2 cups in a freezer bag, and then I'll mark it on the package, the date, and what kind of pumpkin. And then I add it to my soups, or I'll make pumpkin pie, or pumpkin cookies, all kinds of things you can do with pumpkin. Pumpkins and squash, I believe, are interchangeable. So I got 15 cups of puree, 15 cups of pumpkin, and I put them in these freezer bags and put in the freezers for use later. So I'm in the process of removing the seeds from, I don't know what the stringy stuff is called. But look at how many. I can't even. So with one seed, I don't know how many pumpkins are on the pumpkin vine, but with one seed you can have pumpkins. I once planted a living I think it was called a Livingston pumpkin, and I got 30 pumpkins, and those are smaller. They're red. They're smaller, and they have like a web on the outside, and they're very good. I think I'd grow a Livingston. I think it's called Livingston, but it's from the Livingston Seed Company. But yeah, there's so many seeds, and I'd like to plant the seeds that I get from here, but I don't know where it was grown. I don't know what was next to it. From what I understand is pumpkins and squash, they cross-pollinate very easily. So if you could grow a pumpkin and then it come out bitter if it was grown next to, let's say, if it was grown next to a gourd or something, because gourds are bitter. So then you've wasted, a lot of time waiting for a pumpkin, and then you can't eat it. But your chickens will eat it, or your rabbits or pigs or whatever else you have. So I'm going to continue separating these seeds. And also, from what I understand is the seeds kill parasites. So I guess you could grind them up. My dog eats them whole. You could grind them up and feed them to your animals if they have parasites. I'm not sure about that. That's just what I read. So, yeah, if I had only one, if I had only one seed, what would it be? It would be a pumpkin seed. Don't throw away your pumpkins. Give them away if you don't want them after Halloween. There's a lot of people with animals that will eat them. Rabbits love them. My chickens don't like them because my chickens are spoiled. But, okay. So, thank you for coming to YouTube, Sue Miller, 1947. Bye. This is what I ended up with after taking the pumpkin out of the shell after it's cooked. And look at all the seeds. So when you buy seeds, how many seeds do you get in a package? I don't know, probably 10. But look at how many seeds come out of one pumpkin. It varies depending on the pumpkin.